What's up? It's Phoenix Bars, the Paradigm Killer. Once again, family. Once again, in this video is another series that I'm starting. And this series is called Faces of Racism. And what I intend to do in this series is go through science, all of the disciplines, and show you the true engineers of racism. But real quick, shout out Low Freak. Shout out Big Dread. You have been exposed. And can I get a shout out to my muse? Okay. But let me get into this because I'm going to go through two particular people and just introduce you to two of the true engineers of scientific racism. We're going to start with Samuel Morton. And, you know, a lot of y'all probably seen my work on Django. And it's a key scene in Django when Leonardo DiCaprio, he pulls out a skull of a dead Negro, or whatever, of a dead black person. And he goes into this long, supposedly scientific spiel on how that's how they justified slavery, pretty much, through scientific means of Leonardo talking about this skull. So let's go into a little bit about Samuel Morton, which his collection is at Penn State University, Penn Museum. They have a collection of, I want to say, like 1,500 skulls. And I'm just going to tell you, the curator of, I wish I had her name, but I don't, but the curator of this Morton collection, as it's called, they basically just tried to disprove Morton. That is from what I can see, that is their main goal and objective, to disprove the theories of Morton, because he was truly a scientific mind, and he used science against the melanated being. So let's go in a little bit more on this Samuel Morton character. He was born in 1799. He died in 1851. He is an American physician and natural scientist. He was raised Quaker. When midlife, he turned Episcopalian. Okay? He attended the Westtown School and graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in 1820. All right? Earning an advanced degree from the Edinburgh University in Scotland. Now, let me just say something. I noticed this pattern throughout history, through how people seem to go to other European, they seem to go to Europe and then they come back racist fucks. I'm just want to say that. And that's just, like I said, that's just a pattern. That's just a pattern I see. You know, and you might want to look into the Quakers. You might want to look into the inceptions of Episcopalianism. You might want to look into some of these things that I'm saying. When I say things, I'm saying them for a reason. I think people should know that by now about me. When I say things, I'm saying it for a reason. I'm not just talking shit. Okay? Let's just keep on going. He is one of the founders of the Pennsylvania Medical College. And I'm just saying that it's like this is why you need to study history, because this is how you see how these systems and ways of thinking and even complete sciences like anthropology, which this is one of the basically this is one of the basic founders of modern anthropology. They're missing key sciences and they're fucking up. So this is my problem with Amun-Ra Squad. If you want to hold reverence to these systems and not truly investigate or are even gifted enough to understand what the fuck is really going on, you're selling yourself and your people up the river, up Shit's Creek with no fucking paddle. You are. And a person like me who can see, I see dead people, I see the real truth, or I see a more objective idea of what really is going on. We ain't fucking with y'all. We ain't fucking with y'all, because that makes you a sellout. Because I have this deep intuition, this deep feeling that y'all get started in some shit and then y'all find out the truth and y'all not men and women enough to turn around and be like, look, hey, I was wrong about this, that, and the third. This is what's going on. Motherfuckers ain't built like that. For real, for real. Craniology. Use science as evidence for racial stereotypes. Craniology was used to create racial stereotypes. Pseudo. Now that's really pseudo, and that's what kills me. These motherfuckers talk all that pseudo shit, but in actuality, they're the pseudos. In actual fucking ality, they are pseudo. This is bullshit. And anybody that doesn't have their thumb completely up their own asses and their hand in everybody else's pocket will see this and will make corrections. Let's go on. Now, if I get enough time at the end, I'll go on a little tangent as I do. The next face of racism I want to introduce y'all to is Sir Richard Francis Burton. Okay? And y'all gotta watch that Sir shit. A lot of people hold reverence to that Sir shit, but y'all gotta watch that Sir shit. Because when I see Sir something in a certain time period, I see I automatically think racist fuck. Okay? So let's keep on going. He was born Sir Richard Francis Burton. And both of these men were fucking racist pricks. Extremely intelligent racist fucks. Okay? He was born 1821 and he died in 1890. And let me just show you this. Let me just go through this and tell y'all what the real engineers of racism, what you fight against, their skill set. And this is why I'm the paradigm killer. And this is why I think, locking yourself in a fucking box is the most ignorant, self-destructive, and fatal to your bloodline thing that anybody can do. Because all these people I study, they're great at many things, not just one thing. They can be called many things, not just Jewish, not just the Hebrew, not just a Muslim. They're many things. Now look at all of look at all of the things he's mastered. On top of him mastering 25 to 40 languages. Okay? And this is what opposes you. This is what opposes you. A master of 25 to 30 languages, 40 languages. But look at this. He was an explorer, a geographer, a translator, a writer, a soldier, a cartographer, a spy, a linguist, a poet, a fencer, and a diplomat. Those are just some. Those are not even all of his so-called, what he says, what he was great at. Okay? Now let me tell you this. He's a translator. This is some of his I'm gonna start with his translations, and then I'll move to, a couple of his so-called achievements. Alright? He translated the Karma Sutra, because not only was he a racist fuck, he was like a sick pervert, most likely pedophile. The further along I get into it, the proponent of sodomy ass motherfucker. But he's one of the people who give you the Karma Sutra in the English translation. That's why I say it's so important for us to learn the languages, retranslate some of this shit, because these people insert their own opinion and their own way into it, and just because you like the way they talk, it's no different than this so-called star shit. Just because people like the way they talk, they don't see the truth of the ignorance of what they say. Okay? So he translated the Karma Sutra, 1001 Night. The what's it called? Arabian Nights. His volume. There's like 3 translators I'm looking into with the Arabian Tales, Arabian Nights, 1001, 1001. It's changed so many times through history. I can't even think of what it's called now, to be honest, because I study shit. I studies this shit. I know like that. I can't even remember at this point what is the modern terms. But Arabian Night, where we get Aladdin, where we get all that shit from, he has a translation of that work, which that work came from multiple sources down the line. It started off as one thing, and then through other people getting involved and all these different translators, it ended up something else. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm just telling y'all, subscribing to anything in the modern concept is probably not the best thing for you to do. Okay. This is another thing, this key. He was the first European to visit he was one of the first, one of the first, I'm in a group, many, but one of the first Europeans to visit the Great Lakes of Africa area in search of the source of the Nile. Okay. And if y'all don't understand if y'all can't, my thing is if y'all can't understand the power of what some of the shit I say, that's not my problem at the end of the day. This is high level shit. If you can't understand it, then that's on you. You might want to catch up. Also, he embarked on a journey to Mecca in disguise. He disguised himself as a Arab. This European disguised himself as a Arab to go to Mecca and to go into all of the holy sites, which at the time it was punishable by death for Europeans to enter, to go on pilgrimages, to do these things. Why would he risk that? This is Phoenix Bars, the Paradigm Killer. The Real Anubis. Peace.